Hey, look at that. We're paying attention again to Congress members' net worth. On around $200,000 a year salary, makes total sense that Nancy Pelosi would have a net worth estimated at anywhere between $200 and $400 million. Even if she banked every penny of that salary for the last 38 years she's been in office, that's not even $8 million, so where's all the cash coming from? The media calls it diverse business ventures, including a Napa Valley winery, ownership in a political data and consulting firm, sounds totally above board, partnership in a Bay Area Italian restaurant, and of course, there's that massive stock portfolio and trades that beat every trader in, well, the universe. She outperformed almost every single hedge fund's trades and gains last year, achieving nearly miraculously a 54% gain. Now, members of the House and Senate are held to the Ethics in Government Act, which requires some federally elected officials to file a disclosure statement annually. We want to make sure they're not using their insider knowledge, of which they have a lot and other stockholders don't, to make advantageous trades for personal gain. But this has gotten so ridiculous that there's new legislation being voted on to prevent this very thing, called the Pelosi Act. It stands for Preventing Elected Leaders from Owning Securities and Investments Act, and would ban lawmakers and their spouses from purchasing, selling, or holding individual stocks for the duration of the lawmaker's time in office. They would be allowed to invest in diversified mutual funds, exchange-traded funds, or U.S. Treasury bonds while in office, however. It's also to keep their focus on their jobs, serving their constituents, and not focused on making as much as they can while they have access to that insider info. Now, Dems made some changes and extended it to cover POTUS and the VP, and changed the name to the Honest Act. Okay, so now that stands for Halting Ownership and Non-Ethical Stock Transactions. Sure. It passed out of the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee by a vote of 8-7 on July 30th. After that change, but it won't have an effect on the sitting POTUS or VP Vance this term. Now, Nancy says she's in favor of this. I mean, what do Pelosi and her $400 million care if members of Congress are stopped from trading in the future? No matter if Trump gets hindered by this, she knows he's not doing it anyway. He's got $1 gajillion, but she can try to stop Vance. So of course she's in support of it. And if her nephew Gavy Gav's in for 28, well, he's already made tens of millions off the poor people in his own state. So if she can hinder a few Republicans out of this deal, she'll jump at the chance. The focus of the legislation remains on keeping an eye on members of Congress specifically and how they're making their way in the financial world. All right, guys, as always, I'll keep you updated on what happens here, but those are your basics for now.